And joining us right now, live in studio, we have Justin from 4HM Clothing. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, you are, sir.
Yes. Do you use your full? What name do you use?
Well, I go by Mr. 4HM on social media.
Yes.
And then I have my own personal as well.
Yes. Tell us about 4HM.
Well, 4HM was created. It was like a epiphany that I had a long time ago because a lot of things always circled back to 4.
Okay.
Like I've always had a group of 4 friends that I was always really close with.
Yeah.
So one time we were all on vacation and I was like, you know what would be cool? And they're like, what? I'm like, if we created our own clothing line.
Yeah.
And we kind of like were playing around like with like biblical names and stuff. And we came up with 4HM.
Yeah.
Which is like the 4 horsemen. Kind of like Ric Flair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm a big wrestling fan. I know it well. Yes.
So that's where the name came from. Was because the 3 of us, including myself, that's what makes 4. We were really close for a long time, and we still are. They're all throughout the country.
Am I hearing? I feel like I'm hearing audio from somewhere. I am.
Do you have your phone on?
Where's that coming from?
Oh, is that it on mute?
Okay.
I turned it off just to make sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I think it was your phone.
It sounded like it was coming from there. Yeah, that's okay. Now, why clothing? I love talking to entrepreneurs, so I'm really interested to talk to you and kind of learn the story of how this started. So what was it that made you want to start a clothing line?
Well, I've always been into like designing and like fashion. Like I don't have the skills to do it myself, but I've always had the mind for it.
Yeah.
So I found a couple designers and I've gone from there. Like there's this one in Portland, Maine. His name is Lee Giles.
Okay.
And he's done a lot of the designs. Like the cartoon-ish designs, and then I had a couple friends out in Kentucky that did a lot of designs to start.
Yeah. So this has always kind of been a goal of yours?
Yeah.
Is this something you've always wanted to do?
Since that time when I was in North Carolina with my friends, we were like joking around, and I'm like, I really want to start like a clothing line.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Right.
But I'm going to do it.
Right.
And the ultimate goal is, I have 3 daughters and 1 on the way now, is to like build this up big enough that like my family, my friend's family, like it can still be a family business.
Yeah.
Even when I'm 45, even when I'm dead and gone, I want to be able to pass it on to my kids.
Yeah.
My friends' kids.
Yeah.
Joe's kids. Like just to have everybody involved in it.
Was it intimidating to start? Because obviously it's a very competitive thing, just like music. It's, there's so much music. There's obviously a lot of different, clothing lines. And I'm curious, I mean, were you, was it something that was kind of a long time in the making in terms
Yes.
of, figuring out how you're going to go about it? And
Like literally this was a brainchild back in 2002 and I didn't really get the ball like heavily moving until 2015.
Okay.
And then 2019, right before COVID happened, that's when I literally was like, I have to put this in high gear or it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Speaking of,
The man, the myth, the legend,
Yes.
Joey Painter himself.
Joey Painter is here. And let me get that mic up for you there. Hello, sir. Welcome back.
Hello.
Joey Painter.
Good to see you.
Yes, great to see you. And now, are you guys partners in this in 4HM or?
I'm just a big supporter.
Okay.
He supports me, I support him.
Okay. Very good. Now, what is it about? Kind of put you on the spot here. So, what is it about 4HM that makes you want to support Justin? What is it that makes you believe in what he's doing?
Well, we were both into the motivational aspect of everything, and just the regular guy working for his craft and everything that he believes in, and
Yeah.
art, and I don't know. He's just his brand and selling T-shirts and art and has really motivated me to do my music, and it's just a motivational thing, basically. End story.
Okay.
He can explain more.
Yeah. And so 2002 is when you were originally thought of this.
That's when the epiphany happened. Yes.
Okay.
2002 when I was on vacation with my 3 close friends down in North Carolina.
Yeah. And then 2015 is when you started?
Yeah, 2015 is when I really started trying to find who could design the logo the exact way that I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And then by 2019, that's when I came to Concord. I filled out all the application, put in the money, and then I literally found a guy in Kentucky that literally designed the whole website, designed a bunch of shirts for me
Yeah.
that are still currently on the website as we speak.
Okay. And then so when you started in 2015, did you put together a business plan and the whole thing?
Business plan, like where I like the overall vision of the whole thing. Like I said, we pretty much our ultimate mission is to inspire, to be motivational,
Yeah.
to like help people with their mental health and like find their strength.
I like that. That's something that we talk about a lot on the show. And we also talk too about how doing things creatively, how it's a great, it's sort of, to me, it's like the best therapy, right? Being able to create things, especially with, we talk to a lot of musicians, obviously, like we've had Joey Painter on, we've played some of his music.
And I
interviewed
appreciate
him.
that, by the way.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, happy to do it. But I think we even talked with you about how, dealing with trauma, dealing with negative experiences, if you can take that and create something with it, that's like, the best thing, because at least then you're taking it and doing something constructive with it, and it's one of the tools that we have to work through things is through our creativity. And to use that to want to inspire people and to put positivity out in the world. I think that's wonderful.
Because everybody's like motivated by different things.
Yeah.
Like that's what the overall 4 things of the brand is. It's like what motivates you to do you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you home motivated? Are you hustle made? Are you hungry motivated? Or are you like hot mess motivated? Are you motivated by making money so you can go out and party on the weekends? Like there's
Yeah.
like I wanted 4 different pillars of like the brand of like what it means to anybody.
When you look back now in 2024, when you look back to 2015, has this what 4M is what 4HM has become? Does it match with what you had envisioned, or has it changed along the way? Has it gone through some different
Not really.
permutations?
It's pretty much been the same. It's like a motivational brand, like what gets you to get up out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Like right now, my motivation is my wife and my 3 going to be 4 daughters.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Going to be 4. So you've got another one on the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, Papa.
Yeah. So I assume this shirt is a 4HM
Yes,
shirt.
it is.
For those watching online, what moves you to do you? How many different like right now? How many different shirts are
There's
available?
a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Different price points. I have shirts as low as $17 on the website, and then you just pay for shipping.
Yeah.
And then as high as $35, depending on the design.
Yeah. Now, is it just shirts, or do you also have hats?
Hats, hoodies.
Yeah. Excellent. And
Wristbands.
wristbands, yeah.
Right. I'm always saying get that on wristbands and
That's one of the
throw them out
next
at shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Totally.
We've had
Yeah.
stickers.
People love wristbands.
That's the
And they'll
next
put them
thing.
on, they'll keep them on too.
Yeah. Do you have headbands too?
Not yet, no.
No? Okay.
No headbands and wristbands yet.
Okay. Do you like how do you what is your marketing strategy? Like I assume because of your association with Joey Painter, for example, I assume you are you kind of involved in the hip hop community in
Yes.
terms of the marketing and promotion of what you do?
Can I say that this guy is like one of the biggest supporters of local hip hop in New England? He loves everybody that does hip hop, whether it's this genre of the young age or the older heads doing the boom bap still.
Yeah.
He supports everybody.
Yeah. Excellent.
Most of the shows that Joe does, like I try to make up on appearance. I try to be there for most of them if I physically can be.
Yeah.
I set up a table. I sell like special T-shirts there.
Yeah.
I've designed a couple T-shirts for Joey specifically
Cool.
that are exclusive on the website.
Oh, very cool.
I guess to go back to that question that you asked for, guy, I just thought about it too. It's like a lot of mental health awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself up and do the work so that you feel good later.
Yep.
That's stuff that I've learned, especially working with him and writing the songs that I've written. And he's like, if he supports you, he's gonna let you know.
Yeah.
And he's totally supported me for years.
Yes.
And that's why I'm like, yo, okay, let's get you going.
Yeah.
Come on, bring a table out anytime I have a show. I don't care where it is. If we can get it going, do it.
That's excellent. Yeah.
And he's selling them, man. They're out there. Dude,
Yeah.
P. Rob loves it. Who else copped a bunch of?
The farthest it's gone, there's a hat kicking around in Missouri. There's a hat kicking around in Tennessee. Couple T-shirts in Tennessee with
Yeah.
the local artist out there. His name is Big Smo. He's been on A&E and
Oh, okay.
Big
Bar
shout out.
Big Bar Rescue. He's now running a food truck, so he's kind of like taking a hiatus.
Yeah.
So now you get little pieces of you starting to spread across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. I was doing that for Joe before. Like literally, I was his street team. Like when I went on vacation,
One man street team.
he would give me
Yeah.
a stack of CDs, and I'd literally, hey, listen to my friend.
Yeah.
Hey, we go back 10 years. Take a listen to this. My brother's in Vegas. I'm like, here, take this. And one of the funniest experiences I had, me and my wife were going to a hip hop show in Wally's in Hampton Beach. And there was an artist named Echo from Las Vegas that I met years ago.
Yeah.
And he was like walking around, and I could recognize him because I knew him from the past. And I was like, hey, I got a couple CDs of my boy Joey. You want to take a listen to these and take a couple pictures just so I can help my buddy? And he's like, yeah, no problem. That's awesome. And we got pictures online with him holding two of Joey's CDs. One was in the rap group that he was in at the time called Kingdom.
Yeah.
And the other one was his brand new CD that just came out.
Oh,
at
very
that time.
cool. Yeah, yeah. That must be when you have to fill an order for somebody in another part of the country. That must be pretty cool.
Yeah, I get notifications on my phone because of the app I use.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Like, not everybody buys stuff, but it's pretty awesome when you see, like, I'm Irish and Italian, when you see, like, Ireland pop up on your phone and it's like somebody from Ireland's looking at your website.
Yeah.
Like, it's just mind blowing. And, like, some of the places that you never would have thought would actually look at, like, American stuff that, like, they have, like, a reputation of not liking us. And then you see their country pop up on your phone saying they look, even if it's like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it's not like universal yet, but just getting those little notifications when it pops up saying that somebody from somewhere else is looking at your stuff, it's like, holy crap.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
interested to see on what people tap into you after the show, because we're broadcasting everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the beauty of the internet. Yeah.
Did you plug the website, what it's called?
Yeah, it's www.4hmclothing.com.
Yes. Yes. Which
We're
is very easy to remember.
And we're
I've been
also
sharing out your Facebook page and links as well into the chat room to
pretty
make sure
much.
people
Yeah,
gotcha.
thank you. Yeah, I'm on Instagram as 4HM Clothing. I'm also on TikTok as Mr. 4HM Clothing or
Yeah.
Mr. 4HM.
I'm curious. So over the course of this, so it's been 9 years, right? Because I'm bad at math. Because you started it in 2015. What are some of the? Because like I said, I love talking to entrepreneurs. What are some of the challenges?
Just getting people to like respect you and like take a look, like a serious look at it,
Yeah.
and like not just think I've been doing it since 2019. Like that's when I literally put the $400 up at Concord and was like, I'm registering the name. This is the website. Like,
Oh, 2019.
yeah, 2019 is when I physically went into business.
Gotcha.
2015 is when I started looking for people that would actually listen to my ideas
Oh,
and like draw
okay.
the design.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one of them was Joey's friend at first.
Yeah.
Was this guy called Mr. Crane. He's out in Washington. And he
Okay.
did some of the cool designs I did at first.
Okay.
Wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was a step in the right direction. And then I found the guy in Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he listened. He like took it's fun when you literally can just tell somebody like what you're thinking and they can physically do it. Like I did that with a t-shirt of Joey's. Like I was like, I want toys in the attic, but I want Joey as like a bearded little kid finding a stack of hip hop albums.
Oh, that's cool.
And like,
yeah.
Can I say I almost wore that shirt today too?
Oh, you should have.
But I have recently lost some weight and
Yeah.
I'm swimming in it. And that's why I didn't. So, it was
So you need a
awesome.
new one. Is that what you're saying? I need to
a
get you a new
double
one.
XL now, man.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's part of the motivation. And like, I take that, I tell them, I was like, I bring your brand to the gym. I go to, jump on the treadmill.
Yep.
I wear his hat all the time. I think I wore it for like a year straight, that black and white one.
That got lost.
Really?
Yeah, he wore that every day.
Somebody stole
Yeah.
it.
I think you dropped it in the store, but yeah.
Nah,
somebody
it was,
copped
well,
it.
somebody took it. It's gone.
right.
So I hope they're
Yeah.
rocking it somewhere.
Yeah.
That happened to my daughter too. Like my youngest daughter, Aaliyah, put the hat on her sister, and we were like trying to get a car starter for our other car,
Yeah.
to jump start it.
Yeah.
And it was snowing out, and I think it fell out of like either at Walmart in Seabrook or at like VIP.
Yeah.
And like nobody noticed that it was gone for like a long time, and then my daughter's like, "My hat's gone. I don't know where my hat went." So literally, she was upset because her sister lost it. We have no idea where it went.
Yeah.
So there's a United States flag one kicking around. So I had to get her a new one for her birthday.
Yeah.
and she loves it.
Yeah, good. So part of the challenge of finding people to work with to design.
No, not really, not anymore. Like Lee Giles out in Portland is awesome. Giles. Sorry,
Correction. That was my bad too. Sorry. Shout out Lee Giles.
he's a really good artist.
Yeah.
Like literally, with the Kids in the Attic design, I literally was like, I want this album cover. Put your own spin on it.
Yeah,
But it's Joey finding like you can pick whatever hip hop albums you want, Wu-Tang, whatever. And he threw some subtle hints in there. He threw a Joey Painter's record in there. Joey's son, Confide. He left that in there. And it's
I like
such
that
a
a
cool
lot.
shirt.
that's a great concept. That's a great idea.
really
yeah.
is.
Lee is super talented too.
Yeah.
That guy he should do more work than he does. He did a Deadpool Wolverine opening night.
Yeah.
Come out, see the movie, and get your self-portrait the way I draw it, comic
Oh,
book
cool.
style. It was so good. Yeah, he's awesome.
Wow.
You deserve, 4HM, Lee Giles. They work really hard.
Yeah.
Can't forget you. You work really hard. He does so much locally to like.
Yeah.
This dude just literally. I wish I had a table there. He literally just him and a neighbor behind our Walmart store that we work at was literally like, I saw that show that you guys did in the parking lot of Walmart.
Oh,
And I
yes.
literally want to throw a back to school drive in my front yard.
Shout out
Yeah.
Richard Riley.
Do you
And-
do tables at events?
Yes, with Joey, I've been to a handful of them. Yes.
Oh,
And I-
we might have one that you might be interested in, but I don't want to get into that yet. I wanted to ask you a question about 4HM clothing. I noticed that you have a sponsored collection. Could
I
you talk
do.
about what that is?
Well, the sponsor collection right now, Joey's actually bigger than a sponsor now. Like at first, he started as like, "Hey, I'll come up with ideas, I'll design shirts, I'll send them your way. You give the stamp of approval, and if you like it, I'll sell it to promote you as well as my brand." And Joey's like, "Yeah." So like his album cover of his last album was literally not supposed to be the album cover. It literally was a design that I was like, I love that.
Oh,
I want to
really?
run that as a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But the album cover that he had, for some reason, Spotify wouldn't approve it.
Really?
So then he was like, I had to go with the yellow shirt design that you loved. That's the album cover.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, that's awesome.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he has a couple. There's an artist that literally I met through Joey in Portland. We were doing a festival in downtown Portland like a couple years ago, and there was this kid called, what I think it's called Blue Jay, and he does like R&B, hip hop, like really like touching stuff.
Yeah.
And he just hit me up one day, and he's like, I don't know how that works, but I'd love to tag you and say that you're sponsored by me, like I sponsor you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I have a kid out in New York that's struggling with like a disease that's like really ripping up his pancreas.
What's
Oh,
his name?
wow.
And his name is BK. He was huge in the underground scene back in the day.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like get his health back so he can go back and tour the country, like not just America. This guy was huge, like in like other countries, like Czechoslovakia, like all these foreign countries would literally pay him like thousands of dollars to fly over there, do hip hop events, and fly home. But going back to that, like the coolest thing that ever happened at a Joey show was a couple years ago. There's this rapper called M. Dot out of Massachusetts.
Yeah. I'm familiar with M. Dot. Yeah.
And
Shout out M. Dot, EMS, Unducati, all them. Sorry.
and I'm not used to it. I was like, I really like that T-shirt of yours. Would you mind taking one of mine? And I'll take yours, and I'll rock yours every chance I get to wear it, because it's just this freaky Mike Tyson design. Like it's Mike Tyson from the '80s.
Yeah.
He has like bloodshot eyes, and he has like a he has a Freddy Krueger glove.
Yeah.
And it's just like an eerie picture, because it's like the killer Mike Tyson. Like
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
was terrified of this Mike Tyson when he was 20 years old.
Yeah.
And it's like a horror Mike Tyson. So I was like, if you don't mind, I'll give you my shirt, and I'll take yours, if that's all right with you. And he's like, yeah, anything to support local people.
Yeah.
He literally took that on tour with him, like in like Germany, and was wearing it.
Oh, cool.
And he's like, took pictures and sent them back to me. I was like, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but TI Dub, Amplified Audio, big shout out, came through, and they're actually working on, he's got a beat with EMS members, M. Dot, couple others, working on a song collab for a project that might end up on a TI Dub album. But talk about hustlers and mental health awareness. Like that's what the song is all about too. I hope it
Really? Yeah.
I hope it comes to light, and it's really, really good.
Oh, that's cool.
I hope they do a video and wear his shirt or something. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding, huh?
Last summer, we actually shot a music video together for one of his songs, and it was probably one of the funniest experiences I've had. Like I used to do media when I was in like high school, but I've never been part of like a music video.
Yeah.
Like actually like featured in it,
Yeah.
and it was just like a total cool experience.
Yeah.
We literally shot it in Dover.
Oh,
Shout out Brian Linguist.
And what was the name of that song, Joey?
Left, right.
okay. So that's on YouTube, I assume, right?
Yeah.
We got all 4 videos. So the cool thing about that is Press Room, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, October 15th. I'm going to plug real quick.
Yeah.
We're doing a show where we're going to perform to all 4 music videos. So this guy's going to be up on the big screen.
Oh, nice.
Like, projected. If it works out right.
Yeah.
And then his brand is that video that we did was a bunch of shots. I was wearing the hat. He's wearing his shirt. Just totally highlighting a quickly, 4-HMs, because it's all about product placement too. When they see that in videos and stuff, they go, hey, what's that? I'm going to look that up.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
So performing to all 4 music videos, we've got like the set version of the videos with no lyrics there.
Yeah.
And it'll be really, really cool.
Oh, sweet.
He was a definite inspiration for that second video.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
very
good thing
cool.
about me and Joey, like at first I was more of like his Rocky. Like I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was seeing what he was doing. Like this kid started recording rap music in his kitchen, like with like run of the mill stuff that you could buy. And I was like, Joey, this is awesome. Like we met through work. Like I didn't know he was into rap music. We just were talking one day and he was like,
You knew a bunch of people I knew too.
yes.
So that was a small world.
yeah.
And then we were talking about rap music and I was like, we were chopping it up. And I was like, do you do rap music? And he's like, yeah, you didn't know? I was like, no. So literally out of the blue, he came in and he handed me a CD one day. And I was like, if you're giving me something, I want you to sign it.
Right.
You have to tell me what it is. So if I don't want to get it lost in the shuffle of the others. You know how it was in the early 2000s? Like everybody had a big, huge book.
Of course.
We
Yeah.
get in trouble for holding these while we were driving. But you could drive your car with your knee while you were trying to grab a new CD.
I remember that
I still
well.
got
yes.
my ironic CD booklet, that thick book, in my trunk right now.
Do you really?
Ever
Yeah.
since high school, I've never let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I used to call that when I was working? EMS job security.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
The newspaper and the book on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
what-
with watching the road. I mean, what's that worth?
Yeah.
I know what you were doing. Yeah, you're looking for a song.
Gosh, I'm
Yep.
reading my horoscope.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
I'm like Joey. I literally think I have a couple of those books at home, but luckily you can just hook the phone into the internet
Right.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And literally just turn Spotify on and play like hours of music.
Exactly.
You don't
Exactly.
have to try to drive the car with your knee.
Yeah.
Trying to grab the new CD.
Although physical CDs are still so very much a thing. In fact, our previous guest we had on the first hour, the Forest Forgets, brought us a CD. We actually have I tell everybody this, we actually have a CD player here in the station. I think the only one who uses it is Rob Azevedo on Granite State of Mind on Fridays, but we do have a functioning CD player here. But yeah, that's funny. No, I remember the days with the big book of CDs very, very well. Yeah, so obviously, you're really plugged in with the hip hop scene, which is, I mean, would you say that's probably essential? I would think, right?
Yes. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd be doing as good as I am. Like, because of me originally being like Mickey for Joey, and then the roles have kind of like we've kind of both Mickey each other. We're kind of both Mickey each other now. Like literally, I'm like when I'm feeling down and like I don't know if I want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not making the money that I think I should be doing.
Yeah.
Like it's still kind of a side hustle. Like I still have a regular 9 to 5 to support my family.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal is to not have a 9 to 5 and to literally have hopefully someday like a brick and mortar store. Like literally you can come in and touch the product, feel it.
Right.
But until then, it's pretty much just a print on demand. Like you literally go to the website, you see something you like, you place the order, it gets sent to me, it gets printed, and then it gets sent out to the consumer.
I love one of them, but I can't tell you which one because it's a bad word.
Oh, something we can't
But
say
it's
on
my
the air.
favorite word that I say in almost all of my speeches.
Oh, okay.
That's probably Joey's least favorite one.
Yeah.
I'm a
The BS one?
Oh.
I can't. I have to look at it again.
Yeah.
I
One of
can't
the newest
remember.
ones he's not a fan of, but I'm a townie kid, and it was in a townie movie, and I just changed the F to a PH.
Now, see, I
Oh,
saw
okay.
that one, and I think that's cool. I like
And I
that.
love that. I love that because it was as a townie kid, like when you have aspirations to do big things, there's people that have done big things before you, like Bill
Yep.
Barr, like Mark Wahlberg.
He almost said Marky Mark.
I did almost said Marky Mark, and like Ben Affleck and like Matt Damon. They're all from like the areas where I was originally from,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like literally came up from nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that movie was a big inspiration because there's a lot of product placements and a lot of scene placements that I've seen that I grew up in, and I'm like, there was a scene in that movie where one of them said it to the other one, and that's where I came up with that T-shirt.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And
yeah.
then I just threw the Red Sox colors, the Bruins colors. I think there's the 49ers colors because that's my West Coast favorite team. And I think there's I don't like to say this word on TV, on the radio, a Yankees one.
Oh.
Just
How
for, because I have to have it for the New York.
Traitor.
I have to have it for the New York kids that are diehard hip hop fans.
Of course. Of
Fine.
course.
Oh, fine.
But it's only one. If you see, there's like every Boston team on there.
All right, I can give you that.
Now, how does that work with, have you ever run into any kind of issues with trademarks and things like that? I know sometimes people in your field, they run into that where maybe somebody sends a cease and desist because they don't like, they think you've infringed on their trademark or their copyright somehow, but you've never run into
I
that.
have not run into that yet.
Yeah, that's good.
I actually ran into that. Remember years ago?
Joey did have that happen.
My nickname was Asthmatic, and on Facebook,
Yes.
this guy came out of nowhere and was like, "I got this artist out of, I think it was Texas or something like that." It was literally a cease and desist,
Yeah.
like stop everything. I want you to take everything down. All my friends are like, "Don't do that."
Right.
But I just stopped using the Asthmatic thing and trademarking it. But
Yeah.
everybody knows me as Asthmatic, anyways.
Yeah.
Just a little nickname. If you know, you know.
Right.
You know?
Because I think
But I still use it.
on Facebook, isn't it? You have it in parentheses, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I was like, yeah, take a hike, buddy.
I literally told him the
Let it
same.
whack. Let it
I
go.
literally told him the same thing when he was like, "Justin, this guy's threatening to sue me." I'm like, "I don't think you can own a name, but if you could,
Well,
No, you can.
if you can," I'm
Yeah.
like, "Can I see what it looks like?" And he sent it to me, and I didn't think it looked legit enough to be real.
Right.
So I was like, I wouldn't worry about it. If you got a real one that had like an attorney signature on the bottom, then I think you'd be a little more afraid of it.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
this looks like something this dude typed in his basement and sent it to you to like scare you because he's trying to build a name for himself. Like if somebody knew who this other
Yep.
guy was, there would have been a lot more people going, "Hey, Joey."
Right.
That happened to me years ago on Facebook because on Facebook I have this it's a nickname, the Liberty Lady. And this woman like sent me this nasty grin, like, "I had that first." Blah, blah, blah. I just ignored her. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, there's an
about
asthmatic
your
in
life.
Britain. I think in UK or it might have been Australia. I can't remember. But there's like plenty of them out there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
Plenty.
Yeah.
It's ideas are used up all the time. You can't threaten to sue somebody just because of that. You should
Right.
threaten
How
to sue
dare
the
you.
little guy like trying to make a name for himself. Let it go.
I
am-
actually like his name better now.
Yeah.
Like the Joey, what he actually has it broken down to stand for, I think is a lot, like has more meaning behind it than the asthmatic. Like
I agree.
I
Yeah.
get why he used the asthmatic at first was because of the asthma. And he was like taking a weakness and turning it into a strength.
Yeah.
But I like his what does Joey stand for now?
And I can relate to asthmatic, but
Yeah, see, albuterol. What? I literally took my name and made it a acronym. Just only explain yourself.
oh, see, I didn't realize that.
I never put it on a T-shirt or anything, but
Oh.
it's. I mean, hey, maybe
Maybe we'll
4-H
work
down,
something out.
That's a good idea.
But I literally like after that happened, I was like, real name, no gimmicks.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll just go Eric Sermon on him. It's okay. There's
Yeah.
nothing. Joey Painter has a good ring to it, I think. No
Yeah.
egos aside, but it's just easier. Well, there's no trademark. What are you going to sue me for my name? Get out of here. That's my real name. Sorry.
And I think you can do a lot of cool, like, play on words with Joey's name. Like
Yeah,
Joey
yeah.
Painter. Like, there's thousands of paint companies that have cool designs. Like, literally, you can make 1,000 different Joey Painter t-shirts. Like, literally, one of his rap songs is I'm only a painter. or
Yeah.
I'm just a painter.
Just
I'm
a
not
painter.
just
yeah.
a rapper. I'm a painter.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom did a logo for me years ago. She had a lot of fun with the last name Coffee.
Oh, I bet you could do anything.
Oh, yeah.
that's awesome.
Oh yeah, my son used to have friends that called him Mr. Decaffeinated.
See, the nice thing about my name is the chances of a Matt Connarton emerging somewhere and saying, well, you can't call your radio show Matt Connarton Unleashed because that's my name. It's just not going to happen. Like, there's very few Connartons. It's just not going to happen.
There is one other Matt Connarton spelled the same way as you, and it's your uncle.
That's
so
right.
I don't think
That's
it's
right.
I don't think your uncle's gonna sue you. He may want to come on the radio show once in a while.
right,
That's
right.
There's at
people.
least 7 Jennifer Coffees in the state of New Hampshire.
Yeah, Jennifer
At
Coffee
least.
is a common name. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't have that issue certainly. So what now? So the long term goal is to really blow up and make this a full time.
That's the ultimate goal. Like
Yeah.
the ultimate goal is to be big enough that I can employ my wife, my kids, Joey Painter's kids, my other friends that are all over the country's kids.
Yeah.
Like, the ultimate goal before I die is to like be like Nike.
Yeah,
Maybe not as big as Nike, but like limited edition T-shirts. Like I don't want everybody to have like the same shirt. Like
right.
104 shirts of one design, and then when it hits 104, like put it in retirement,
Okay.
and then come up with a new design.
Yeah.
So like literally, not everybody has the same shirt.
Right. Do you have like a plan and a strategy to get there, or is it more just you're just going to keep grinding and
Just keep grinding.
just-
That's the fun of the hustle about it.
yeah.
Like literally, that's what gets me up in the morning. Like I always kept circling back to it.
Yeah.
Like I was dabbling in so much other things at one time. Like I wrote poetry for the longest time.
Yeah.
When I was going to school, I wrote short stories, and then I had a teacher when I was in college. Like creative writing was like, you can say all the same things without trying to put like 1,000 people in it.
Okay.
You can simplify it.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a long time. I still have that on the back burner at home.
Yeah.
But this always was like the calling. It always kept circling back
Okay.
since 2002. Like, how am I going to do this?
Right.
And even when I was dabbling in other things, for some strange reason, like the universe always pulled it back.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, like I'd see something and I'm like, oh, I could make a design with that.
Yeah.
Like I physically can't draw it, but I can find somebody that would listen to me and put their spin on it. And it would be pretty close to the vision that I had.
Sure. Is that ever frustrating to you that you can't just draw it yourself, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big fresh. Like I try. Like there's literally one of my coolest shirts that I ever had designed. I literally couldn't draw it, so I was working at work one time, and I literally looked at my boss and I'm like, I can't get my point across to this artist.
Yeah.
And she's like, tell me what you want, and I'll draw it. And you take a picture of it and
Who's
you send
that?
it to him. Kelsey, my boss.
You never told me that.
So there's
Shout out
literally
Kelsey.
There's literally like a cool pit bull dog looking up at the sky, and it was around the time DMX died.
Yeah.
So it was for my daughter who loves dogs. I love pit bulls. She loves all dogs.
yeah.
So I was literally like, DMX just died. She loves dogs. What if the dog's looking like up in the sky with the rain falling down, kind of like, because the dog's sad, and most of the time when it's drizzling and drizzly outside, like you get that like sadness.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that would be such a cool idea.
Yeah.
But I couldn't, like, we kept getting lost in translation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So literally my boss is like, tell me what you want. I will draw it
Huh.
the best of my ability, which is 10 times better than I could draw.
Yeah.
And she drew it. I snapped a picture of it, sent it to the artist, and he literally got the vision like that.
No kidding.
And I was just like, can I thank you for doing that for me? And she's like, yeah, no problem. That's what friends are for. And I was like, because I don't think
Huh.
he would have been able to get the actual image that I was trying to portray.
Right.
And that's happened before. Literally, I've got frustrated, and I'm like, just forget it.
Yeah. Do you ever excuse me, do you ever have to present it to, because it sounds like you have more than one artist that you work with, right?
Yeah.
So do you ever find yourself presenting something to an artist and they're just not getting it, so then you have to take it to a different artist and
Yeah.
have them take a crack at it?
Yeah, I've literally had to do that before
Yeah.
a couple times. There was a cool design that I was trying to come across, which was, it's not released yet, but it's one of the sponsored artists that Joey hooked me up with. And it's like, I wanted him like kind of like a scarecrow with like the Blue Jays landed on them, and I sent it to one designer that I've worked with before that's done some cool designs from like the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't touch that. I can't. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's not my style. It's not my like way of doing things. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So then I went on to Lee, and I was like, Lee, this is the kind of concept I want. I'm like, I'm giving you free reins, but this is what I want in the picture. Just do what you do.
Yeah.
And he literally sent me back, and I would have never thought of it.
Oh, wow.
It's not released yet. It's still on the back burner. Like I still have to. I think I sent the picture of the design to the sponsored artist. I just haven't posted the shirt yet because I like Joey when I put something online, like I want to physically be able to have it and physically give it to the artist. Like Joey has a couple T-shirts that I've designed and he's bought or I've given him.
Yeah.
And that's what pretty much the ultimate plan was like once it was designed, like present it to this artist and like here, you can wear it at shows. If anybody wants it, just let them know where you got it.
Right. Right. Now, who designed your logo? I really like the logo. Who
Well, the
did that?
secondary logo is 4HM clothing line, which was designed by Caesar Beavers. He's the artist that's in Kentucky,
Okay.
and he's big in like the underground, like country rap scene.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And one of the country rappers that I was talking to was like, "You should really look into this guy." And I was like, "What's his name?" And he's like, "He's called Caesar Beavers because his last name's Beavers and his first name is Christopher."
Okay.
And they called him the GOAT. So I was like, "Oh, send me some of his stuff. Send me his website so I can take a look at it."
Yeah.
And literally, he was like, "Yeah, I can do that for you." So when I got my first like big check, I sent it to him. I was like, "How much will it cost for you to like build this website and come up with some designs and let me see what you got?"
Yeah.
He's like, I can build the whole thing. I can throw like a different variety of shirts on there. You tell me what you want, like what colors, what designs, and we can go from there." So this is the secondary design. The first one is kind of like a tribal design. That's the staple one because
Yeah.
a lot of people tell you have to have like 3 designs. Right now we only have 2.
Okay.
But I know there's like a third one where it's like either you take both designs and like put them together, or you just take one and have it stand alone by itself.
Yeah.
Like kind of like just a symbol,
Yeah. Yeah.
which would be the tribal design by itself with no writing in it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. If you are just joining us, we have Justin here from 4HM Clothing, and Joey Painter is here as well. I'm really curious too about marketing in terms of your strategy. Obviously, you're really plugged in with the hip hop scene here. What about what other strategies do you use? I would imagine a lot of social media, right?
Yeah, we've done social
crucial.
media in the past. We got to get back heavily into that again, but with the 4th daughter on the way, like I'm just kind of doing things in baby steps.
Yeah.
Like before, I would take like $50 a month and like throw it to like Facebook and Instagram, and it really wasn't sticking.
Yeah.
Like you'd see like the traffic would go up, like people would come look at it. I think more of the best thing to do is like just a heavy promotional side of it, like run more promotions, like advertisements and like deals. I think the deals are what more people are looking for because I've done a couple deals and that's what drove the brand like a lot.
Right.
Like, oh, you can get like simplify one shirt and like sell it for like $10, and that seemed to go over real good for like a couple of designs that I've did.
Oh, okay. Have you had any excuse me, have you had any mentors along the way? Like, has there been anyone else who does this, who's kind of helped you and given you advice? Or
Not really. There was a guy I met at a UFC event years ago. He ran his name is Mark, and he runs a clothing line that's called HTFU.
Okay.
I can't say what the actual
I figured.
name stands for.
Yeah.
It's a fighting brand.
Okay.
And like I saw him back in like 2009 when I was still in the infancy stage of the whole brand.
Yeah.
And I saw what he was doing. And that's where I got even more motivation because in 2002, I was like, how am I going to do this? Then we saw him and he got sponsored by Dana White. He had like a UFC, like Dana White had the Fan Expo years ago.
Yeah.
And he was there. And I was like, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I saw different brands. Like I kind of run it more like a tap out than anything else. Like throw stuff in the truck, pay local designers to design the stuff that I'm thinking, and then go to a printing press in like Portsmouth,
Yeah.
like the Painted Frog in like Hampton, and literally have them print the shirts, and then I bring the box with me, and then I
Okay.
sell them not out of my trunk like an old hip hop album,
Right.
but like at a table at an event. Like last February, I think we did a fashion show that wasn't a big success, but it was successful enough that I sold some stuff,
Yeah.
rubbed some elbows with some people.
I love when he does an event. He comes and I'm like, dude, did you sell anything? He's like, yeah. Ah, that's so great. 'Cause
Yeah.
that you take that motivation to the next thing you're gonna do, and so on and so on and so on. It's awesome when you sell things at shows.
Yeah. No, that's excellent. That's excellent. Before we run out of time, too, I do want to ask you.
For the record, I'm sorry I was late.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, stop.
That's okay.
No,
You here?
But how did the show do? You did that benefit show at Walmart that you were promoting last time you were here. Did that go well?
oh yeah, always. It's funny that we tried a different location than last year. So last year we were out front, right underneath the Walmart sign.
Yeah.
We raised $1,100.
Excellent.
This year we tried it out in the parking lot, thinking we'll have more room.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
only what was it? What did we do?
It wasn't as big.
It wasn't as big. I can't remember the total, but we broke our goal for the monthly goal.
Yeah.
But what we raised out there wasn't as much as we did last year.
Okay.
So the census of the employees that were involved, the volunteers,
Yeah.
we're going to bring it back out front under the Walmart sign next year, because that's like the revolving crowd. Everybody's
Yeah,
dropping
that
in.
makes sense.
People leave the store. They don't want to go back and park, get out of their car, do this. You know,
Yeah.
it's way more effective. And when people are saying, "Hey, you guys need to do that out front next year," it was way better. You got to listen.
And
Right.
'Cause those are the people donating. Those are the people contributing. Those are the people that are coming to check out the show. So you got to listen. But it was a success. Totally. It was
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
And before we go, I want to make sure we mention that you have a show coming up on September 29th, Porch Fest in Rochester, New Hampshire.
Yes, Porch Fest. Shout out King Polo and the Wave. King Polo actually got the slot, and he's just kind of brought in a bunch of people to just kind of rock with him here and there, and Porch Fest was one of them. Very excited. Rochester, New Hampshire. Portsmouth is actually doing one today.
Oh.
What are they doing out here?
Oh, it's a community arts festival that's been going on all
Yeah.
week, and then today there was a street part of it. I actually looked it up after we came in because I'm like, yeah, what is going on?
What is that?
But
Yeah.
and I knew about it, and I totally forgot about it. It's an arts festival.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
next year I'll check it out a little bit more and maybe get involved.
Yeah.
That's good
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that for the community. Rochester, struggling town,
Sure.
honestly. You know,
Sure.
all due respect.
Yeah.
So when they do that event, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Last year was so good. Shout out Tommy Ghost and his band, Melodies of Ghost Road.
Yep.
He is rocking in front of Harvey's at 4:00. We're on at 3:00 in front of City Hall. We're gonna try and combine and do our acoustic set, and then jump over to his.
Oh,
It'll be
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good stuff.
Outstanding.
King Polo's gonna have like 100 goodie bags for like kids and stuff. He's gonna hand out.
Oh, really?
Come
Yeah.
through if you can.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. And so before we run out of time too. So, Justin, where should people go to keep up with everything that you're doing with 4HM? Where
Well,
should,
they can pop onto the Facebook page, which is 4HM Clothing.
Okay.
They can pop onto the website itself, which is 4hmclothing.com. I'm sorry, www.4hmclothing.com.
Nobody uses the WW.
Oh my
But
god!
most of the time-
you have no idea. If I dare to say that, this one
I think we did a whole segment one day on the show about
on
that
how
years ago.
perturbed you were by people saying www.
do you remember what
Sorry.
WWW stands for?
I do it. World Wide Web.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct.
See, I do it every once in a while, and he gets, don't say that.
You don't need to say that.
Well, most of the good
Everybody
thing,
knows that now.
Yeah.
the good thing about it is literally you
funny.
can type in 4HM Clothing, and it.
Yeah.
I believe it's the first thing that pops up on most search engines.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
It's awesome by the.
Very, very Googleable.
Googleable.
I like that word. I'm not
Yeah.
going to try and say it, but I like that word.
Yeah.
In fairness, though, I have to admit, we had a band on recently. I forget now who it was. They were having an issue with their website where you did actually have to type in
There was
in the
one.
browser,
It was
www,
bizarre.
because if you did it without that, it wouldn't work.
It was weird.
Well, they were working on it though. Whoever in the band was the web designer, he knew what the problem, or he had an idea what the problem
He
was.
had to have had the title as www.
No,
Right?
it wasn't that. He kind of explained it to me because I'm a web designer too, but I don't remember what his explanation was. But it was some weird thing with the domain that he had to fix.
Because Maddie had to eat crow that day.
Well, yeah, because I was
It
like,
didn't work.
I was like, oh, and I even tried it myself. I was like, really, you have to? And I tried it, and sure enough, yeah, you had to. I can't remember what band it was, but I'm sure
remember either, but I just remember that. Yeah,
I'm sure that there was an off-air conversation we had. I was like, why do you have to do that? And he explained it to me, but it's probably been fixed by now. But yes, but very easy to Google, of course, 4HM clothing and yeah, I love what you're doing and thank you both so much for being here today.
Thank you for
Always a
having us.
pleasure. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And if you are listening live, stick around. We have Stephen Michael Dunn coming up in the third hour with some new music. But we are going to end this segment with, because we did reference the song earlier, I'm a Painter.
wow,
Excellent.
Joey Painter, baby.
excellent.
Confide on the beat Smith Medora on the cuts.
That's the title, right? I'm a Painter?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not leaving anything out? Okay. And there's no swears in this one, right?
No, there was not.
Yeah.
I believe you
I love
edited it the last time we were here, if there is one.
Uh-oh.
You've definitely played it before.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah. No,
I love the edits, by the way. Thank you. That's awesome.
Shout out King Vod on the beat.
Shout out
He
Confide
is
on the beat.
really good at those.
Joey's son is getting so good at everything.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Yeah. Does he have music up and available?
He has music.
Okay.
He's 18.
Okay.
So, there's
That
a
doesn't-
lot of conversations in which direction to go. He knows what he wants to do.
Is he over it yet?
It's all due respect.
That was an inside reference.
All due respect. 18 is a bit is a tough
like-
time.
It is.
When
find
I'm
out
like,
what he
hey, you want to do this, that, and the other thing? I want to do this. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah.
I want to bring him on. He's got a lot of good stuff to
Oh.
talk about.
Oh, definitely
He's a
message
true
me about
artist.
that.
Yeah, he's
Message
a
me.
good.
true
So good.
artist. We'll set it up.
Okay,
There you
cool. Sounds good. All right, so we will end the hour with this. Again, thank you both so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And here it is. This is I'm a Painter by Joey Painter.